just enough anti-electrons here to paralyze any intruders.
This good. Keep out invaders.
What? Autobots! TERRORCONS! I want those Autobots torn into so many pieces that we couldn't even sell them as junk to the junkyards!
Destroy! Destroy!
How did I ever let Grimlock talk me into coming here?
Live, Autobot! Whip and tear! I've fought bigger monsters than you two-faced lizard! That one mine! Give me! We want that Autobot!
Yes,
TERRORCONS! Merge and become abominers!
Hey guys, and welcome back for today's video. It's raining outside. I hope it doesn't translate too much on the microphone. I'll see how it works out. I got 3 Transformers here waiting for me to open them up. Been lying around for a couple of weeks now, and all 3 of them are Decepticons and Combiners, but 2 of them are Combiners of the same set, and 1 of them is of a totally different set, and I'm very curious about these. I guess I can just tear this up. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should just open these 2 up as well right now, because I might want to keep it as sort of a surprise thing. Let me just open this one up first. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Feels like it's all wrapped up in bubble wrap, so I should be able to just dig my knife in it. There's some cardboard as well. Let me just try the scissors. Get that works well. Obviously packed pretty well, that's very nice. Now, this robot is of a manufacturer of which I do not have any robots yet, so I'm very curious about the quality of the robot. It looks pretty cool, I gotta say. I thought it was very appealing, and I don't think I ever owned one of any of the G1 robots from this set. I did from this set, but this set I don't think I ever owned any, and I never really liked that robot, nor the Combiner. I don't remember seeing it in the cartoons either. It was like one of the more later additions to the toy releases. But yeah, when I saw this one, it's so much stylized. It doesn't entirely match the G1 robot, but I thought it looked so cool. I just had to grab it. And if I like this, if the quality is good, I might just get the full set. It's packaged very well, I gotta say. Like, there's even some more bubble wrap inside this box, and the plastic corners on it. We got the extra stickers promo. Very nice. So what it is HUN-GRRR. I'm a little bit confused whether this was HUN-GRRR or Sinner Twin. I'm pretty sure it's HUN-GRRR, with Sinner Twin being the other 2-headed beast-like thing. This is what he's supposed to look like in monster mode. This is what he's supposed to look like in robot mode. And his model name is S-05 JAKIRO, part of the Satan Combiner That's what they call it. And it does not have any pictures of the other robots on here. It does show the stats on the back side. And the manufacturer is TFC Toys, and from what I understand, because I'm kind of a late bloomer into these masterpiece robots, is that this one took a really long time to get released. Like from what I understand, the 4 limb robots had been produced like 5 years ago or something like that, and this one only came out recently. That's from what I understand. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct. So yeah, if you collect all 5 members to combine the fearsome Satan. So yeah, let's get it out of the box. Now, he's got a pretty weird color scheme going on, like white, or light gray, but I think it's white, and pink, purple-ish, and dark gray. So I thought that was a pretty cool combination. Let me see if I can open this up. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think he's the combined mode of the robot is supposed to be about somewhere around 40 centimeters, which does fit with my other combiners pretty well. But I'm not so sure about that. Might be smaller. It feels pretty light, the contents of the box. There's this manual. Let's take a look at that. Little trading card. 2 trading cards actually. So yeah, this is what the combined mode of the Abominus is supposed to look like. With a manual, pretty thick booklet, I gotta say. Okay, so that looks pretty clear. Now we have a bigger picture of what it's supposed to look like. All right. Well, that's pretty much the standard stuff, the booklet and the trading cards. I'll put them back in the bag. I'm expecting for me to need this booklet because I never owned this figure when I was younger, and I have no idea how to transform it. Keep it close by right here. So, opening this little box, what do we have? Well, the robot, of course. So that already feels pretty sturdy, heavier than expected from when I took the box out of the box. Okay, so that feels very, very good. We got the head of Abominus in there as well, apparently. All right. Pretty big backpack. It's a pretty big boy. Look at his chest. That looks pretty big. Sort of position this properly. Is it supposed to extend? I'm not sure. I have no idea what this is going to be like. Okay, so this can go on the side. I feel like the legs are supposed to extend a little bit, but not sure about that. So I can tell he's a bit back heavy, and heel spur doesn't seem to stabilize him all that well, but that might be something I'll have to adjust. And we got his gun here. Hold it. Nicely detailed. Seems like there's something stuck in there. Don't think there is. Then we have a couple of little accessories, not sure what they're for. Check it out in the booklet. And what else do we have? More accessories. There's some batteries in there as well. Okay. Not aware of that. And then these two things, which I have no idea what they're for either. So I think that's it. That's everything in the box. Now what I will do is change the camera angle a little bit before I delve into the articulation of the robot. Alright, so let me start off with his face sculpt, which looks like this, which I thought was a pretty mean mugging face. And he's got this light piping thing going on the backside, which makes his eyes glow up a bit, which is a pretty cool feature, of course. Yeah, okay, so this is pretty big. His tail and rear feet, I think. Rear legs in beast mode. Alright, so yeah, I'm really not sure if his legs are supposed to extend a little bit more. I'll check that out before I make the final videos, of course. At the end of this video I post some pictures of him standing in different positions, so you can check that out. And before I do that, I will transform him into beast mode now. Then at the end I'll transform it back off camera, back into robot mode, and then make sure that it's the proper way. And then take pictures of that and videos at the end of this video. So, Bob's head. His head can move 360 around. It's got a wobble on it, very nice. Look down a bit and look up a bit. So you can extend this a little bit where the face for Abominus is hidden in, to give it a little bit more lift if you want that for your certain positionings. But yeah, it looks very nice. So we got his arms, which can move up until like 90 degrees somewhere. No ratchet in there, but it does have a ratchet in here for the 360 rotation. Don't see a butterfly movement in here. Then we have his elbows, which are non-ratcheted and a little less than 90 degrees, a little bit less. No double hinge. There's no room to move for that anyways. We got waist swivel with a lot of kibble stuff going on the backside, which might be a little bit in the way. So you might have to move that around a little bit to actually give him the room to use the waist swivel, but he can move around. So how did this just go past that? I'm not sure. I have no idea how to get this past the tail part. That doesn't seem to be moving all that much. Maybe force it through for now. Of course, I don't want to break anything. There we go. All right, so onto his legs. The hip flap, very nice clickety ratchet, and also a thigh joint next to his hip joint. Never seen that one before. That should give a lot of options. Then we got his knee, which is very limited, very limited. But there might be some extra movement available. If I can pull the legs down a little bit, which I'm not sure I'm supposed to be able to do. There is a little thigh rotation. Okay, so I'm totally lost with this figure. We got a toe dip and a heel spur. There seems to be only a little bit of heel movement to the outside and not so much to the inside. It's a lot of stuff blocking the movement for other parts like these leg armors and the backpack. They are in the way for a lot of movements. He should have like 90 to the front and 90 to the back, but this part is in the way for that. Like I said, you might be able to manipulate that a little bit by moving this out, the tail out of the way, and then this pad right here out of the way, but I'm not sure how to do that yet. So if that's a possibility, I'll show it in the pictures at the end. So there's a softer ratchet for the kick to the outside, which extends to pretty far. Yeah, if the movement had not been hampered, oh wait, there is somewhat of an angle tilt. So if the movement had not been hampered by these extra body parts, he would be very poseable. Yeah, too bad about the... Oh wait, it actually is double jointed, because there's also a joint right here. But the forearm armor is in the way to be able to use that properly. Then we have his hands, which are an open and a closed grip. All fingers are together, as far as I can see. And his thumb is not movable at all. So that's kind of lackluster. For such a poseable figure, that's kind of lackluster. But it should probably be enough for him to hold his gun. If this is the actual rod to hold it. It is. Pretty big blaster, I gotta say. Looks pretty cool. So yeah, for now that's the articulation on the robot part. I guess I will be going to try and transform this creature. Like I said, he is very stylized. He does not resemble the G1 model that much. Recognizable, but not a one-on-one copy for the toy mode. I have not seen these in the cartoon mode, so I can't say anything about that. And yeah, let me see if I can transform this guy. No idea where to start. So from what I understand is that these two parts are supposed to turn into its the two-headed monster part on the front, and this should be the tail for the back part with his two legs right here, I think, pretty sure. So that's what I will be aiming for, and these should be his front legs, and that should probably be sort of it. So yeah, let me see how far I can get with that. Just gonna say it now, probably not very far. Okay guys, so apparently it's that time of the year again where I should have checked my storage capacity on my phone. I during the transformation or attempted transformation, I noticed a notification on my phone that the storage capacity is totally done. I just checked my previous recording. I don't think it's I think we're missing like 5 or 10 minutes of me fiddling around with this humongous monster. So yeah, this is the second part of the same transformation. I hope I'm not missing too much, but yeah, I think I'm pretty close to the transformation actually. So I'm just gonna try and finish this off for now, and then look in the manual, see how far I came, and if it's anywhere close to done. It's a very cool robot, I gotta say, like all kinds of little engineering features which make it very, very, very cool. Also these little lights here, which are, I have no idea what they are for, but also in this face of the dragons, those little light piping treats in there, very nice. So it was kind of a little adventure to find out where all the little parts were, which I had to open up to give me access to other parts. Overall, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised by this robot. It's very sturdy, pretty cool engineering, like I said. The only part I'm not really sure about, well actually I'm not sure about a lot of things, but I don't think this open part should be to the front. I think that should be the other way around. No idea how I'm supposed to get that done. Might have to turn the bottom part around, and then, but maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. I'm not sure, but I think it's supposed to be more like this, but then the other way around, because there's all kinds of little joints in here. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'll figure it out, check out the manual, see what it's all about. Okay. So, different type of hinge going on here. No, I don't think I can fix that the way I think it's supposed to be done. Everything clicks into place, like little latches and pegs. All kinds of extra joints on certain parts where you would not expect them. This one is very, very well thought out. This one does not, like, for example, this little pin right here can fit in there, but if you do that, it does become a lot sturdier. But there's this one little thing which I'm not sure about, if this is the proper way to do it, because wait, let me just hook this one in. There we go. Because then the neck part of the dragon does not have the full range of space which it could use for extra cool positioning, like wide attack mode like this. But yeah, I think that this is sort of the way it's supposed to be done. Like I said, I'll check it out in the manual. And now, because I've moved the legs up, the robot legs up, which is the neck of the monster mode, this loosened again. So I'm not so sure about this part. I do think it's the way it's supposed to be done. Let me just see if I can hook it up again. Can't get it to click in there. So yeah, I really gotta empty some transformation videos, delete them from my phone, because apparently I don't have enough room on my phone. So sorry about that, guys. Wanted to give you the same experience, sort of sped up, as I did with this guy. Because now for some reason I can't get it in there anymore. Yeah, okay, so the neck part is really in the way for this to properly fit in there. But like I said, I'm not sure about it. If this is the proper way, maybe I shouldn't even be doing it this way, but it seems to be right, even with closing it off a little bit. No, it's not loose again. There should be a proper way to do this. I'm sure. Like, they did not put all that engineering in here for that not to work, that little part. So I'll figure it out. So the hind legs and that neck part, I'm not so sure about that. Not sure about any of that. Other parts, I'm pretty sure that I kind of got it. I gotta say, it's one hell of a monster. But yeah, there are some parts which I gotta get into. This is what the dragon faces look like. All the little detail on the neck part. Then we got the legs, which are positionable, and all kinds of, even the feet are very, very positionable. And now it's separated again here, so there's definitely something going on there. And the back legs are very positionable as well. Even the tail you can move in all kinds of directions, little parts with little hinges. So yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna check out the manual, see how it is actually properly done. This is it for now. I'm gonna leave those two robots for the next video. I'm not gonna show which ones it are yet. Hope you guys will join me for those unboxings. I hope you enjoy the videos and the photos at the end of this video. And I hope you liked it. I did. I'm gonna buy the full set. I know for sure now that I'm gonna get the full set. Not sure when I'm actually going to complete it, but this one is yeah, it's a win for me. So yeah, there's that. Later.